Here's a relatively minor issue with the 2022 R1250R and the SHAD top mount kit and the base plate that they include with their top cases. The issue is you can see that the two base plate halves are a little bit not exactly straight and not exactly perfectly molded, which is fine. That's not really so much of a problem. But there's no give on any of these screws, and these screws are all finger tight. So if you want to use the brake kit, you would have to have the base plate and its screws sitting in these holes, because the base plate has to sit far enough back to accommodate the base plate, to accommodate the brake light, because the brake light needs room to go in enough to get to the mounting holes. And if you have a SHAD base plate that doesn't have the mounting holes, the drill template's going to make you do the same thing. My point is, there's no physical way, at least on this motorcycle, to spread these far enough apart to get them into these lower holes so that the base plate sits further back. Because as it is right now, it takes all of my strength to get these far enough apart to get even into the tops, the top two, the top ones, because they don't have to spread as far apart to be symmetrical with the base plate. I'm surprised that the engineers at SHAD didn't recognize this. And as an additional, the left case on this bike sits very, very close to this side of the bike. And in a previous video, I tried to show that, or a previous picture. There's literally 1 millimeter or less space from this panel. In fact, when I just had the 3-point kit, which I received first and had for a few weeks before I had the top mount kit, the bag was actually touching this and rubbing on it. You can see the small mark that it made. I'm not really so concerned about that, but it did make a mark. That's how close it is. And yet on other videos and other pictures, I have seen SHAD side cases mounted on bikes with enough space there. And the only thing I can figure out is there any possibility that this being an R1250R, the rear end is maybe just ever so slightly wider than the R1200Rs? That might be a possibility. Or, I mean, nothing can be perfect, but you know, these mount kits are, you know, less than precisely molded, unless it got bent in shipping, but I really doubt it because this is very, very strong metal. But you can see, or even as it is now, I'm gonna have to force these apart to get them symmetrical enough to get in these 4 holes as it is. And that's how I had it before. So, a couple of little idiosyncrasies of this kit. I still really like the bags. I like the way they look on the bike. If I can get that left one to sit satisfactorily further away from the bike. But again, I know the SHAD engineers probably think they have it all figured out, but I'm telling you that this 3-point mount over here, it literally needs to be about that much further away from this side of the bike, because it's literally within a couple of millimeters of being perfect. So I don't know if that tells anybody anything. If anybody's mounting the top mount kit, I should say, along with the 3-point kit. I should point out too, my bike's never been wrecked. It's nearly new, and it's bone stock with just the handrails. I don't have any accessories at all. The bike's completely stock, except for maybe the seat. That has nothing to do with anything. So, thanks.